Alright, we're at Lidl's middle aisle. Alright, there it is, $39.99. It's one left, you know, look, one left. One more left. Here it is. Well, it says there. If you can see that. And autofocus. It says designed in Germany, but it doesn't say made in Germany. But my guess, probably made in China, I guess. That's interesting. Designed in Germany. 54 Newton meters max. Well, I bought this for work, really. This. I've seen quite a lot of guys at work using these now to get into tight spaces. So let's see. I know it's little. Let's see how long this thing will last. Let's get it open. There's a little cable tie there for me to break off. There it is, charger. Because I bought the drill last week and site told me, do not buy the charger. And look, must be God looking out for me. So if I bought the charger with it, then that means I have two chargers now. Now this is a bit annoying, this, because look, it's like a safety device there. To press that, you have to press that. I don't like the idea of that. So when I get a sign, I might have to glue it just to hold it in. But it's handy if you're carrying it in a backpack, I guess, in the bag. It's quite a small charger. I guess the bigger battery I bought for the drill. It doesn't feel like 54 Newton meters. That could be why. That could be the reason why. Battery needs charging. So when you put a load in it, see it goes right down to red when there's a load in it. So we've got a bigger battery in. It's more powerful, but that still doesn't feel like 54 Newton meters. But that's the thing, these ratchets, all they're for really is just to wind the bolt in, the faster in. Nuts and bolts, it's not really for to crack big nuts and bolts. And I reckon that I'll only be using it with 3/8 and quarter drive bits. I don't think I'll probably use this on 1/2-inch bits. Well, let's see anyway what we can use. So we got working a bit, so let's put this on charge before I go to work. I'm on late shift this week. For the show, look, there's an adapter. So that's 3/8 drive female to 1/4 drive male. And this adapter comes in the kit. See, it sits right there. Alright, so I took this to work and I've been using it for a bit for certain jobs. Now, this safety thing is really it gets on my nerves. It makes the tool longer to use than a normal ratchet. So I'm going to try and deactivate this thing. There is no need for it to be there. I guess what I could do, I could glue it in like that, but we're going to unscrew it and see what we can do. By the way, I noticed there's a screw there missing. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that, or if the screw is actually missing. So any of you that got this tool, check yours to see if you got that screw in your one, or if that's just the way it's made. Right, let's get this thing open, see what we find. Alright, there's a small one that goes in there, this little one goes in there, that's for my reference. Yeah, I don't know why they've made it like that, it's just pointless having that. I can see in some instances it's useful, like I said before, like if we put it in a backpack, transporting it, but if it's in the case, we haven't really got to worry about that. But then I guess the case is a bit big. And there's a clip. You can see it there. We've got to pull that out, get a screwdriver and slide up. So there's also a screw hiding right there, you know. That did get me before, but I was thinking, how come I ain't pulling the part? Let's get a sack sharp to poke it through like what I did. Here we go.
And where do they go? Do they go to the far right? They go, you know, they were tacking towards all the culture wars. Remember those? So this is for me. I mean, first and foremost, how dare he hijack millions of people's religion to make it his own little grubby ends? You know, to say again, once more culture wars to maybe win back 10-15% of the people that went to reform. Could you not also say, how dare the Islamist terrorists co-opt that phrase from peaceful, law-abiding Muslims and use it
I think that's done.
justify
We've sorted it. We've sorted it.
horrific atrocities? Yes, you can.
We have sorted it.
You know,
Screw this cover back on.
I can't say it on the radio, but stirring the pot, you know what I'm getting to. And he's epically good at sort of walking up to the boundary, just up to the line, and spitting over the top.
Alright, screw. It's back together. These screws are that, it's like they're made out of cheese, these ones. Really soft metal. I guess that's what you get for buying little stuff. That's better. Yeah, that's a lot better, man, than having that stupid thing in there. Alright, so we have to do these mountain bolts now. We're going to crack them first with the ratchet, then put the battery ratchet on it. Alright, they're out. Alright, I got them in now. Let's whiz them up. Alright, let's torque them up. Let's get a torque wrench. This is what I use for things like this, where you got limited access. So you crack it first, and you whiz it off, you see? So we're going to attach the screen. See, it's good for things like this, where you can't get a normal driver in. So we stop now. Let's nip it up by hand. You got the one on the underneath. So you can use it as a normal ratchet, is what I like. So put a torque wrench in it, torque it. Okay, so I've been using this ratchet for over a year now. Yeah, over a year. And I must say I'm happy with it. For £35, I'm sure it was £35 I paid for it. Can't complain. It's not that strong, but it's not really for that, you know. As you can see, by the state of it, it's dirty. The last time I was using it, I had a 4mm Allen key bit in there, or hex bit. See, look, I've got a couple of converters. Bought these down the market. That's what come with it. It's a 3/8 female to 1/2" male adapter. Got another one there, 3/8 drive to 1/4". And we've got another one there.
Thank you for joining us and telling us about your grandparents.
But I don't really use this one, because this one, it's really for longer bits. The short bits just get lost in there. But I've mainly been using these two. Do you know what? This tool is more useful than I expected. I've used it, you know, more than I thought. But it's only certain jobs I use this for. Like those jobs where you can't get a normal impact wrench in there, this will get in there, as you can see in my video. And the good thing about this, yeah, compared to the impact wrench is, if you're working on something quite delicate and you're scared that you're going to over torque it, you can just stop and just nip it up like a normal ratchet, as you can see. So you whiz it up, you stop, then use it manually so you know you don't over torque it. And this is where this tool excels compared to a impact wrench. But the screws in here, they're only small, so I'm careful about how much pressure I put on it, you know. Sometimes I hold it like that, you know. Because you got to think about it, this is not really made to take too much strain, you know. I think the biggest fastener I've used this on is M12, and it was well worth it doing that mod, taking out that safety switch, because that safety switch in there, that was just pointless having that in there. Do not know the point of having that in there. That just defeats the object of the tool, because you imagine that you got it in a really tight space, and then you got one hand, and then you have to push that down, then push that down at the same time. That don't make no sense. And I think a lot of people have probably done that, or if they haven't thought of that, they probably just sneak it down in one corner and haven't bothered to use it because of that safety switch. So you got a battery gauge there, but of course when you put a load in it, it goes down to red. And tell you another thing I like about this compared to the more expensive ones. See, it doesn't take much effort to spin. Whereas at the screw fixture, I thought the Milwaukee one, and it's very stiff to turn it if you use it manually, the ratchet. And some of the others I've had to play off, when you spin that, it's very stiff, but this one, it's very easy, as you can see. Alright, one last thing with this is, say you got like a fastener that's really stubborn, and say you're trying to crack it manually, and it's not moving, and you press the trigger and it's not moving, the motor will start to smoke. You will see it smoking, you'll see smoke coming out of there. So don't try and force it like that. Basically, yeah, the motor's trying to spin and it's got nowhere to go, so it's just going to draw more current, and yeah, because the motor's trying to spin, because it can't go nowhere, it's just drawing excess current. So obviously, it's just going to burn out. But I don't know if the more expensive ratchets, like the Milwaukee ones, will do that. I don't know if they've got like a safety cuff or something like that inside there. I don't know, maybe they have, I don't know. But like what I said, for 35, and actually it cost me £30, because I remember I remember on the ad they said that if you scan the app at the checkout, you get it for 30. So I actually paid £30 for it. But I just saw, I think the other week they brought them back out, but they were £39. So they've gone up. And it was the same thing if you buy the app. You get it for 35 this year. But that's how it is. every year things is going up every year. So when you see these things, you just got to buy them, you know. So they just keep them going up and up.